Ladies and gentlemen, you see this woman? This woman right here? Yeah. Yeah, that one? That one? She could commit unspeakable horrors to me. And then I would thank her. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here from Fat Deepen to... Ah! Have it on me. Sorry, have it on me. And keep it on me at all times. Hey, another fun fact. That was really early to get freaky about that. But this color page has got me, like, thinking thoughts, dog. Like, I opened this, I was like, those were, like, that was the first thing that came to mind. I did an intro talking about the sales of the manga and how it's doing really, really well. Apparently, Ichi has surpassed 700,000 sales with only 4 volumes out. Now, admittedly, I don't know the manga industry from a can of paint, but that sounds like a lot. That sounds like a lot for a manga that maybe a year old at this point, or maybe isn't even. We're only on chapter what? 44? 44, right? Yeah, chapter 44. We're only on chapter 44. So, like, to have 700,000 volumes, or at least has reached 700,000 copies in circulation, which at least to me, that sounds something almost 700,000. That's good. That's good. Not only is it doing well in the Shonen Jump rankings, but it's doing well sales-wise, and it hasn't been canned. A little soccer manga that came out in Viz a while ago that I was reviewing and then gave up, I kind of got bored, was canned. Embers, gone. Order of the Flame, I have no idea how it's doing, but I hope it's doing decent. I actually do like it so far, but it's like I cover on the channel because it doesn't have enough time. But with that being the case, I'm so happy that ichithewitch is doing. Because I don't know, I was scared. I was really scared, especially with how. But notably, the art was so good and the character work was so good. I was like, this gotta be a banger. This gotta be a banger. It doesn't help that, as a wise person pointed out in last week's comment section, every adult female character in this manga is a baddie. It's been nothing but bad. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. Descaras, baddie, top 1. Shirobadonna, baddie, top 2. Monaco, baddie, top 3. Togai's, not my type, but so baddie, top 4. Like, legit, we just been hitting number. Love Joe, like, we're just going banger after banger after banger after banger after banger. And, like, I know it's a manga for young boys, but it's a manga for young, like, we're just hitting nothing but bangers. Nothing but bangers on the character design front. And, like, and that's the thing, just character, like, this manga is just so good that I was like, we should be fine. But I've been wrong about stuff like that before, so I'm happy ichithewitch is doing well. I'm happy that people are like, wait a second, okay, Pencil Man, he seems a little bit passionate about this nonsense. Let me see what this is all about. And considering how well the last arc wrapped up and how good, like, the Kagami arc was in general, and obviously introducing our 4th main character, or technically 5th if Uro counts as a main character. It's really hard to tell what Uro is. He's very Sukuna coded, if you will. Like, I'm not sure, like, would I count Sukuna as a main character? I think, like, legally speaking, I have to. That's like counting Kurama as a main character. Like, yeah, he's always there, and he'll pop up every once in a while. I definitely say Uro's a much more active character in the narrative than Kurama ever was, especially in part 1. But still, feels weird. And notably, he's nowhere anywhere on this cover page, which features our 4 main characters. And literally, chapter, let's see, 44th Hunt presents new Team Descaras. Let's go hunting. So yeah, like, this is the main crew. It's a 4-man band. Technically a 5-man band because of Uro. And Uro did, what? Was it last chapter or the chapter before last? Ended talk, or no, he literally like, okay, I gotta curb this Ichi man here and now. He's actually gonna get a little bit too crazy, a little bit too devious if I let him keep cooking. So ultimately, I'm just excited. Ichithewitch is doing very, very well. It's all wonderful. It's all fantastic. Descaras bad though. The baddest. I'll hear no debate. I will hear no debate. Like I said, I have a friend. They have the Shirobadonna as their top 1. I respect it. She's a cool number 2. But when I tell you it's Descaras, a fat gap, and then Shirobadonna, we can work with that. We can work with that. I saw we got a Monogold fan in the comments. I respect it. I respect it. I respect it. I have a friend who's a real big fan of Love Joe. Real big fan. That kind of, that, gosh darn it. And taste their own. Well, that being the case, Descaras on top. And Sweet Mother Mercy, she could do things to me I would never regret. I'm just saying. I'm just, like, let me be a Magic so she can... let me be a Magic so she can capture me, bro. Stop. Anything to be inside Descaras, bro. Okay, let me stop. But with that being the case, this is a cute little cover page. It's nice seeing all the gang in modern fashion. I'm assuming this is because Uzuzaki Sensei wants to draw the crew in this more modern outfit, but just because of the time period, like, these outfits just wouldn't make sense. Like, obviously, it's a magical world, so realistically, Uzuzaki Sensei can do whatever they want as the artist. But from just, like, everything, none of this would fit in the current art style of Ichi the Witch. So I feel like this is just a time for Uzumaki Sensei to be like, hey, just in case you didn't think I can draw literally anything and everything and make it better than anything you've ever done. And yes, sure, Uzumaki Sensei, you can draw literally anything and everything and make it look better than everything I've ever done. You got it. You know ball. You are ball. In fact, I can't even say you know ball. You are ball. But if I had to rank the designs here, unironically, I actually think Descados is the worst. I know y'all like, Pencil, there's no way you open this review talking about, you flashbang me with your words to talk about how you want Descados to commit unspeakable horrors to you and you thank her. Then you glaze Descados, put her at the top and say there's a wide gap. And then you actually start talking about the character design, and then you say she has the worst one. Yeah, because the most plain and basic, I have to say, it's a white crop top and baggy blue jeans. Like, I mean, the bracelets are nice accessories, and her hair is fantastic as always. But like that's it. It's pretty basic. Meanwhile, I have to put number one is Ichi. He's just dripped to the moon and back. He has the necklace with the pendant on it. He's got the what looks like a Gucci jacket. He's got the all black fit, and you know I'm wearing gray right now. But typically, you catch me typically in all black fits. The shorts I'm wearing right now are black, so I'm a big fan of the all black fit. The top tier boot design, which also had the Gucci pattern on them with the bright gold accents, really complementing the gold necklace and the gold belt he's got on a gold Gucci. Like Ichi's just dripped to the moon and back. Then honestly, number two is like a really hard tie between Komugi and Gokuraku here, because like. Part of me really likes Gokuraku's ensemble as a whole, but it looks kind of funky because I thought this was a jacket, but it seems like it's just a baggy dress shirt. Like the design looks a little confused. Where Komugi's design comes all together, Gokuraku's design looks a little bit funky, where he has like the black tie with a collared hoodie. And it's like it looks like a collared hoodie, and he has the headphones on, but the headphones look literally too small for him. And don't get me wrong, I appreciate the orange and blue here, but it almost feeds a little too well into it. Like it matches his hair a little too much, right? Like Ichi's black fit matches his black hair as well, but still, it almost flows so we get better here. Meanwhile, I think it's because it goes orange. It's like a flip flop pattern. It goes orange, blue, orange, blue. Maybe if it flowed better, like it was like this, but then again, bright orange pants probably isn't all that good. So like, I don't know. Gokuraku just had like a rough design here, but once again, he's still slightly more drippy, or at least just seemingly put more effort into his outfit than Descados did. And then Komugi just has like a nice simple fit from, I'm not sure what you would call this. I don't have enough hair to do anything with like hair pieces, but this looks nice. The light green accents complement Komugi's hair. The jacket is a different blue than both of Descados and Gokuraku's pants, but it's just a nice enough blue that still complements the hair. I can't tell if she's wearing a necklace of some sort, but these do appear to be like some sort of like, I just like the fit itself, and then I like the design on the socks, and everything else just comes together really, really well and complements everything without having like weird color contrast or just not really making sense. Like, I still don't know what this is. Like, are there hoodies that like have collar shirt? Like, why would you put a tie on this? I don't really get it. Like, Gokuraku's design confuses me, but I'll admit he's more drippy than Descados, who just has a really basic look, and Komugi's design comes together more smoothly and also has more unique design elements, but simply falls beneath the drip lord himself, my baby boy Ichi. But enough talking about the cover page. We are 8 minutes in this review. Let's hop right into chapter 44. I don't think it's actually the name of the chapter, but let's take a look. Let's take a look in a book reading rainbow. Oh, look at my baby. Look at my baby, bro. I just want to reach in the box and squeeze his cheeks, bro. Like, I just want. Oh, he's just so adorable. Oh, okay. I was like, who is this speech bubble? I think this is the movie. Ichi, are you okay? No. Clothing fittings, paper signings. These last few days have made me do so much for the party that I haven't been outside. Ugh, I want to touch dirt. Oh no. I can't relate to Ichi anymore. He wants to go touch grass. Oh, you know what? Funnily enough, what's that? I forget what insurance company has the commercial of like, we can't stop you from turning into your parents. I am turning into my father and my grandfather before him. Because tell me why I actually look forward to cutting the grass. There's something oddly satisfying about like having half of it done and then seeing the done half of it and then the undone half of it. Like, I used to hate lawn work, and I still do hate some lawn work. I hate leaves. The reason fall is my least favorite season is because I have to rake leaves, and I hate raking leaves with every fiber of my being. You want to really make me not happy on a day? Tell me to go rake some leaves. I don't care. I just hate it. But like I will shovel 10 driveways before I have to rake one lawn worth of leaves. But that aside, I actually do really like cutting grass now. I don't know why. It's therapeutic. It relaxes me. I don't even like putting music or anything because obviously I have the mower and I use a push mower, so I just I don't know. And that is literally just a father thing. I never used to care how a lawn looked or anything like that, but now something just snapped, something inside of me, and now I care. So like if the grass, like I almost cut it every week. It's just that randomly the grass will decide to not grow as much, so I'll spare it. Like it didn't grow as much this week, so I'm sparing it. It's getting another week, but it's gonna get a cut. It's gonna get a cut. It's a law update. It has to. So I actually do empathize with Ichi a little bit in terms of like touching grass, or at least cutting grass. But he very specifically wants to touch dirt, not grass. So maybe he can still align with the average gamer otaku. Let's see. I can't talk with Gokuraku either. He looks like he's too busy. Kabuki, well, then again, we know Kabuki has her own responsibilities. And is she still in school? We know Ichi doesn't have to be in school, but I'm not sure if Kabuki is actually still in school. Let's see. I can't talk with Gokuraku either. He looks too busy. How about this for your new arm? What about this? With this, and that? What is that device? I've never seen anything like it. Wow! Yo, everyone, well, now that I think about it, everyone has a ship already. Obviously, I feel like Ichi and Kabuki is like main girl, main guy, like that. Like, in notably, I say main girl, main guy, and it doesn't seem like they're sibling coded. You know what I'm saying? Like, notably, for Chainsaw Man, right? I saw people ship Power and Denji, and I was like, no. And notably, I don't even have a sister. I have cousins who I essentially act are like sisters, and I have quote-unquote sisters from other misters, aka people who I'm not at all related to, still be like, kind of weird. I know too much about you. Nuh-uh. But at least, like, for Denji and Power and their dynamic, I was like, yeah, that's not romantic. I mean, once again, ship whatever you want to ship, for the most part. Don't be weird. But ship whatever you want to ship. Denji and Power never read as romantic to me. They heavily read as siblings, and that was a whole tragedy in itself. Once again, filling into the whole film, it didn't make Chainsaw Man. Separate thing. For, what was another example of, like, siblings? Oh. Nobara and Yuji also never read as romantic to me. I'll be completely real. Where I can definitely read the romantic undertones of, like, Ayuda and Maki from JJK. I never really got, like, don't get me wrong, I don't really see Noba Maki either. before my fellow Makistans saw this guy and they're like, oh, Pennsylvania must be a Noba Maki. Not really. I don't even know where y'all get that from. They had, like, one interaction. They barely spoke. Then again, Nobara had barely any time in the narrative. And Maki had even less. Well, actually, no. Vice versa. But still, with that being the case, I never got that either. I saw, once again, Itadori and Nobara more as siblings. I don't know. That's a me thing, though. So, I don't get those vibes from Kamugi and Ichi. I get them main boy, main girl. And like, not like that, but like that, if you know what I'm talking. Like I get heavy romantic vibes from them. So that's like the main ship. Then, I ain't gonna lie to you. It may be the fanfiction. It may be the fanfiction that's got your boy in a chokehold. And usually fanfiction doesn't influence me. But, hey, when your boy's desperate for fanfic, I literally just went to AO3, ichithewitch, AO3, and I've gotten nothing but Desperate Sex Toe, guys. At first I was like, they could just be but then the fanfiction got me. And I reread a little bit of the manga. I was like, you know what? No, I see the vision. So, Desice, whatever you want to call it, that's got me. So it's the other main ship. And looking like Gokuraku already got Love Joe all to himself. So we already got all three characters set up. Uro, are you piping down Urowashi? Oh, let me stop. But not only that. Oh, wait, no. What did I do? Please. Oh! Okay, we're back. Let's see. Not only that. There are all these words. Now, admittedly, I'm the kind of guy who actually does prefer consuming large amounts of information. If you're wondering how I read Bleach in 3 days, it's not just because it's a manga, and thus it's, less words than an actual book. But also just because I just consume things very, very quickly. It leads to a lack of memory, though. It's why I've reread Sakabodies like 3 times. You'd still forget very poignant details of it. But I've read Bleach in all 3 days. And I'm confident. If I were to sit down and actually dedicate myself to reading One Piece, I could get it done in a week. 1,000+. I think I could do it. Because I got Bleach in 3 days, and that was like a 600+ chapter manga. I think I read Naruto in 4. Give me a week of focus and determination, and I could probably catch up on One Piece. Would I review One Piece? Probably not, because last time I tried to review One Piece, before I ever read the manga, just going off like loose context clues, Shueisha fell from the heavens and struck me. But then again, they also struck me twice over Kagurabachi so far, and on both occasions, they've never been able to prove they actually did anything wrong, because I didn't! So like, maybe But I feel like there are so many One Piece reviewers out there, and I just wouldn't really have much to add to the conversation. I don't know. We'll see though. We'll see. Because I do want to catch up on One Piece before the One Piece is revealed. I feel like that's the thing I kind of have to. Then again, though, I'm not sure if One Piece is ending. Like what is it? Like, I know Oda. I feel like Oda says something every 5 years or so that, oh, I'm almost done. But like, it's 2025. I think he said last said something like that in 2020, like just 2020. So it's been 5 years. I don't think One Piece is ending anytime soon. Like, One Piece is gonna end when I have kids. And I do mean kids plural, like kids. Let's see. There are all these words. You can hardly call yourself a true witch if you fall into this light workload. Ichi. Aww. And once again, another thing that the fanfic has got me for. I actually do low-key like Deskura's and Toga. Not even low-key, I just actually really like Deskura's and Togai's, like, co-parenting Ichi. But then again, like, and speaking of, like, sibling vibes versus non-sibling vibes, I feel like the narrative is trying to slightly push Deskura's, like, bossy older sibling to Ichi. But at the same time, their relationship just I think it's because of the implied age gap between the two. We still don't actually know how old Deskura's is. We don't know how old anyone is except for Ichi and Kabuki. I think they're both 15. In fact, we got the Googler right in front of me. Let me see something. I'm pretty sure we don't know Deskura's age. But I'm pretty sure Ichi's 15, and I think Kabuki is his same age. Deskura's versus Gojo, people are already asking that? For now, we have to give it to Gojo. For now. Let's see. You human? Female? Yeah, nothing. Team Deskura's? Let's see. I don't think we have Gokuraku's age either. Cause I keep seeing people in fics being like, we just be balling, bruh. Let's see, Kabuki, do we have your age? Status, I know you're alive. Let's see, 5'1", mint green. Yeah, so we don't have her age either, but we do have Ichi's, right? Ichi is 15. Ichi... 11% body fat. Good to know. But how old is he? Okay, actually, they don't list... Did I pull Ichi being 15 out of... Why is this man only 132 pounds and 5'5"? Sleep on the rest of that boy is... Well, then again, he's, I think, 15. I don't know where I got Ichi being 15. Do we know none of these characters' ages? Oh, sweet mother of mercy, please don't tell me I've been whiling too much on Deskura's. Yeah, no ages for none of these characters. Slightly horrifying. But with that being the case, I do think Deskura's an adult because she's been shown drinking that sauce. But with that being the case... She does read more as mother, which is why I think the Deskai's fix got to me so quickly of, like, Deskura's being the lighthearted, free, well, not free-loading, but, like, free-spirited parent, and then Togai's being the strict one. I just see it, man. But that's, like, I can't really read, and I know specifically Ichi is, like, meant to be the replacement for Libero, Deskura's little brother. At least, like, in her eyes. I don't know, Deskura's. You give off too much mother energy to that boy, unfortunately. And notably, a lot of the fics I've read also have Deskura's more in a mother role than an older sister role. Where she's like, Ichi, go to bed. Ichi, do this. Ichi, do that. Which is not, like, impossible for older siblings. I still remember being commanded around by older cousins. I am the eldest, so I never had an older sibling to boss me around. I did the bossing, because I have a little brother. But outside of that, I do genuinely lean into the idea more of Deskura's being mother-coded and Togai's co-parenting that poor wild feral boy. Let's see. Ichi, as you're debuting as a witch to the entire world, you will at least need to learn the bare minimum about magic and association history, especially since all the members of the association's upper echelons will be in attendance. Let's see. Okay, so I'm really hoping we get to see the other witches. Please tell me we get to see the other witches. At least their full designs. I get if we're not going to cover arcs with them real quick. This does seem to be a Kamugi arc, or at least that's what it feels like. But please, just a whiff, a taste of the other witches' designs, because they actually look really cool in that little silhouette. Let's see. You'll be introduced to every single one of them. Do not make an embarrassment of yourself. No growlies. Oh, I just see, like, I'm sorry, man. Like, so, telling you, nothing hits like ice cold agua. But all that aside, I'm telling you, it's so mom coded, man. Like the fix and me aren't seeing nothing. We're like, there are sometimes, like I mentioned earlier with Nobumaki, I'm like, you want WLW in your story? Go ahead. More of a Shoko Exuda-Hime thing, even though that's also like one interaction. They generally never speak to each other. But with that being the case, I see the mother coding for both Deskura's and Toga. Like, it's so heavily there that it almost feels like That Shiro Sasaki Sensei or some Ichi Sensei are like, beam. So the way she says no ground, oh, it's so nice. Let's see. Come to think of it. Oh, sorry, that was not Togai's voice. Come to think of it, Kamugi, your older sister will be in attendance, right? Miss Speaker Harvest. Oh, someone told me Kamugi's name means wheat, so her name is Wheat Harvest. Funny. So I always find it interesting when characters' names literally mean just like a word in Japanese. I'm like, is that weird? Oh, like, I'm not sure. Like, then again, I'm just named after a thing. My name's Pencil, so I'm that guy with a pencil, but it's always been abbreviated down. It's become so common to refer to myself as Pencil that I've just, like, on other platforms I also just say call me Pencil, even though there's like little to no indication that I'm a pencil man. TikTok is weird because recently I've been doing a different drawing every single day for both Instagram and TikTok, and obviously Instagram is where all my art goes, so like that will naturally be associated with pencil me. But at the same time, on TikTok, like, I don't even say my name. I don't have an intro or anything. I just say, but whenever I respond or I'm on lives, I'll be like, you can call me Pencil. It's just simpler that way. So I've associated myself with that name so much that I've accidentally introduced myself as Pencil to like people in person. And they've been like, your name's what? I was like, oh, actually, it's Pencil with a Y. Because I always just say Pencil with an I, but Pencil with a Y. Because it's an actual name and not just the writing implement. Let's see. Miss Speaker Harvest. I hear she's a captain, too. That's one of the highest ranks a senior witch cadet can achieve without being a full witch. So what does he take? So technically, I guess because he's an exception, right? And also he has Uro, the King Majin, one of the strongest out there. But I guess Ichi just skipped all the ranks, huh? For him to immediately be a witch? Does that mean that Miss Speaker Harvest hasn't captured a Majin herself? Like, what is the criteria for becoming a witch in this universe? There's so much war going on. I'm still interested in with this manga, which is actually very, very good. Let's see. She has a reputation as an elite. Yeah. Oh, poor Kamugi, man. Now there is a question. Does Kamugi shudder because her sister's mean to her, or does she shudder because she fears she won't live up to her sister's expectations, considering she comes from a very affluent family? It could be both. Like that. If I had one. It's not really a regret, because like I wouldn't change anything I did. One thing about me being the older sibling is that the overachieving spirit was infused into my DNA. I went above and beyond. And my little brother went through the same schooling system as me, had to deal with that. They're like, oh, you're his brother. You're the pencil man's brother. I know what you are. But he and I are completely different people. I mean, we have like some overlapping interests, obviously. But we are fundamentally different in terms of our motivations, how we overachieve, where we overachieve. Like, he's a musician. I am not. Nowhere near. He loves sports. I'm mostly indifferent. So ultimately, we're fundamentally different people. And I do feel bad because I bet the kid, even if he's never told me it, but I'm assuming he had expectations placed upon him just because I existed. And I feel bad about that because like that like it's hard to compete. It's not even hard to compete. Really, it's just like unfair to put those expectations on somebody else because of what someone else is just a genetically older remixed version of them did before them. But Speaker could also just be mean. That's typically how these things go. But each of the witches has been subverting my expectations so much that I wouldn't be shocked if Kamui just feels embarrassed that she's not as good as her sister yet. Which, these things happen. Let's see. Yes, she does. Ichi's immediately like, what do you mean by that? What's going on? Something seems off. Let's see. Back on what happened to wifey? Let's see. Back on topic. I expect nothing less than your best. If you show a dearth of common sense and neglect your studies, you'll wind up like her. What happened? But you know what? I give Desuka's credit. This reminds me of Gojo getting a noogie from Gakuganji, where like, Desuka is the strong. Unless she was truly off guarded by Togais, I highly doubt she would actually be trapped here if she wanted. She could summon like, what was that big, massive thread dragon? She could probably just summon one of those, or even Golconda, just like break the ice. But she's staying there, presumably in some form of punishment. Oh, and for those wondering, hey Pencil Man, if you do pretty much hardcore high key ship Desice so much, why are you still glazing Desuka so much? Okay, and can't appreciate beauty? Huh? huh? Because I have, and the reason I say that is I had this conversation before. I was talking with someone about it before I had to record this review. They're like, you gotta give her up. And I was like, I don't gotta give up nothing. She's not real. And neither is the ship. That's just me, you, and specifically because they're another Death shipper. That's you, me, the fanfiction writers, all agreeing on something that I feel like we're being subliminal messaged at by the author. So like technically, nothing, like none of this matters. So let me cut. Let's see. Manton Witches Association. Oh, accounting department. All right. Oh, so this is Mage. Mage? Mage. I'm gonna call it Mage. This is Mage. That's a common currency circulated across our continent. Oh. Did Ichi never encounter money? But let's see. All officially appointed Manton witches receive a budget for their activities and a paycheck for their missions. How much did Ichi get paid for the first mission? For the second, like honestly, Ichi's low-key been cooking. Did he get a bonus for fighting the world hater and living? Like what do you mean? Let's see. In fact, he literally, like, we really did glaze with the fact that they subverted fate. Like, that town on that mountain shouldn't exist anymore. But Ichi just being there, and Descartes obviously being there because of Ichi being there, that, like, legit subverted fate, dog. Like, what? Huh? Let's see. And paycheck for their missions. You, of course, received a budget and a budget for and reward from your missions to this point. Or you should have. But not only did a certain someone forget to make your account, we discovered she's even had the nerve to pocket your pay for herself. Oh, Descaraz, no, maybe Togais can have you. Let's she better defend herself, dog. Because, you know, I'll admit, you could be the finest person on the planet. I don't like that. And very specifically, if it's my own funds, like, I'm much more willing to lend out than I am to ever be lent to. Like, I hate owing anybody money of any kind. I just do not like it. It's been an ingrained part of me, and notably, it's not even taught. Like, you know, then again though, I'd say my parents are also like me, so maybe I did just hard mimic them subconsciously. But like, I don't play about money. I really don't, especially money that other people earn. I do not like it. Admittedly, I've never been in a scenario where I could pocket somebody else's money. But, like, I've had people attempt to pay stuff for me before. I'm like, I don't think we would. And just take, I don't, even if I'm in, like, a group setting with my family, I don't like letting them pay anymore. Because, like, I'm a full-grown man with a job. We pay, like, I don't know. I don't like playing with buddies. But that's guys, please, that's guys, please defend yourself. Let's see. I ensured that she was swiftly and strictly punished. As she should be. Like, don't play. And, like, obviously, I know the boy probably doesn't need money. I'm assuming Descaroth clothes, beds, and feeds him. But still, you never know. He's gonna be an adult one day. He can use a savings account. Let's see. Rude! I didn't pocket anything. I was only temporarily holding on to it. Descaroth. Have a better defense than this. Because that's not... Speaking of being, but I will give this. As I did become an adult, it was revealed that my parents were in fact holding it for me for later. Every single little bit of money I got during my birthdays growing up, they did in fact just put it in a savings account for later. As far as I know, they never actually spent any of it. They did do that for your boy. So shout out to my parents. But it is a very common parent tactic from what I've heard, and even what I experienced slightly. Whenever you receive any form of money from anything, hand that over, little buddy. I'm gonna keep that for you for later. And by keep it for you, they're probably gonna spend it. Once again, I was looking up. Then again, I'm not sure. I had a lot of birthdays, and I feel like the money that I got when I became an adult and had access to that account wasn't really as much as it should have been. I'm just saying. But regardless, that is, as I'm just temporarily holding on to it. I've played these games before, Descaroth. I don't buy it. Let's see. Oh, I thought for a moment there, Ichi wrapped her up in Origumo. But no, I think this is just still a blanket. And all the Kabuki offering your tea. Let's see. I'm innocent! Both her wife and her son are like... likely story. I'm also... Descaroth. You the finest woman in manga right now. But... I'm also pressing X to down. I can't lie to you. Let's see. Oh, come Come on! We were busy, and the account setup paperwork is a pain in the butt. Besides, it's not like he's interested in or even needs money. Yeah. Yeah. Descaras. That's a no. I can't give you a pass on that, Descaras. I'm not the biggest fan of that. Let's see. Let's see, Togeis has the most perfect face here. Let's see. Looking at appropriate. Let's see. And you clearly thought to yourself, if I don't bring it up, maybe everyone will just kind of forget about it. Then I can probably expense his budget money on top of mine. Tee and he. I'ma keep quiet. Very likely. Very likely. When did you acquire a mind reader magic? So she did play. It's like, that's bad. I mean, notably, it's good that that's bad. I actually do like characters with character flaws, and that's clearly one of Descaras is. I also think she has a drinking problem. I also think that character has a lot of fixed though, so maybe once again I'll be blinded by fanfic. But with it being the case, I do prefer more flawed characters. So Descaras being willing to rob her son, yeah, it's bad. But hey, more dimensions to the character. Let's see. Anyway, Ichi, your money belongs to you. You take care of it for yourself. Did you understand my lesson on deposits and withdrawal? Okay, so yeah, he does have a little bank account. Yeah. Good. Now for a real life lesson. Go and spend this money. 500 times 2? 500! How much, like, I need a conversion system, though. How much Maji is 1,000 Maji? Let's see. Or Maji. Let's see. What? I can go outside? She's like, I'm free. I'm alive. Let's see. As long as you stay within the city. Aww. Will you be able to find dirt that way? Maybe. Descaras, don't sneak away. Don't sneak away. You still need to be punished for trying to steal your son's money. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Togeis. Let's see. This is part of your social studies class. Be sure to be home by sundown. See, yeah. It is literally... Togeis said, I'm not going to put you in real school, but I am going to homeschool you as much as I can. Which I'm down for. And good. Descaras, you do need a little bit of discipline. There's a joke I want to make here. I won't. Let's see. Oh. Ichi looks so excited. Wow. There's always magic going on everywhere here. Weren't you hearing like a few chapters ago? Or actually, no, I'm not sure. They went through the city back when they first got here, but I don't think they actually did this. Let's see. There's always magic going on everywhere here. Once again, fantastic design work and background details. Man, the Shiro's lucky. What are they feeding you? Like, what are they feeding you? Let's see. Oh, it is a tourist attraction after all. There's so many shops, it's hard to pick what to buy. It's always so lively and bustling. Komogi! I want that! Okay, cool to know that the Manga Witch Association is right next to a tourist trap, essentially. That's a nice world building. But Ichi just was. Ichi, when have you even wielded an axe, bro? That thing is bigger than you. I'm confident. Ichi weighs what, 132 pounds soaking wet? You're 5'5", bro. I bet that thing's heavier than you. And admittedly, Ichi's very clearly superhuman. But still, buddy. If you don't get a body that can actually wield that axe, in fact, I do wonder who would even buy that axe. Would a witch use it? I wonder if this is gonna check out. Are we gonna see this axe later? The Ultra Axe. Ichi, I think you might not have quite enough. Wait, I think you might not quite have enough. That's a weirdly forged sentence. I feel like it should be. I think you might not have quite enough. Not. I think you might not quite have enough. I mean, actually, both work. I was just reading it in a way I expected. But, really? Let's see that. Well, he only has 1,000. But, like, how much, like, did they not give this man a nice... Then again, maybe Togeis was like, don't spend all your money at once, kid. Save it up. You gonna need it when you're older. But, I do want to know, how much was he paid for sealing Uro? Though, admittedly, maybe that wasn't an official mission of his. But let's go with everything. And maybe Inazuri wasn't either. Let's give him a pass about Inazuri and Uro. Let's say those are just Descaras exclusive missions because Ichi wasn't officially a witch yet. He saved an entire town. Twice! With Urawashi, right? With Urawashi and the World Hater Magic. Though, admittedly, Descaras and Togeis did carry. So maybe that's the case for that. And obviously that wasn't really an official mission, that was just a test. So maybe he didn't get paid for that. So let's just say Urawashi, he definitely should have gotten a budget for and paid for. He did save an entire town. And then he did save the entire nation of Bakugami. Or the entire nation of Kagami. I think you should get a pretty penny for that. I feel like you should be able to afford that axe. Let's see. You have 1,000 Manga, right? And the price of that is... Oh, wow! So many zeros! I mean, really only 3 more zeros than what you have. plus, like, times more. Let's see. Or times 9. I didn't expect him to turn down my offer of extra homemade jerky and leather. I'll add these too. No. He really was strict. Okay, so yeah, so I guess Ichi never... Then again, I don't think it's ever implied he did have interactions with money before. So it's probably that the town he lived in, or the town that was the base of the mountain he lived on, did have Manga, but he just never had to use it because he just bartered for everything. Let's see. Oh, I guess you've done most of your purchasing through barter, huh? Yeah. I've used money... Oh, never mind. So yes. Oh, but it wasn't that kind. All right. I've used money a few times before, but it wasn't this kind. It looked like this. Oh, well, Manga is the most common currency in the world. Oh. Very much like the American dollar. Let's see. Manga is the most common currency in the world. I'm sure you'll be using it a lot going forward. Please tell me we get to see Ichi travel the world. Please, please. Let's see. I actually would like to visit where Descos is from, because I highly doubt she's from this area. I feel like she may be a witch. Like we saw the people in Witchy's village, in Ichi's village send girls out to the Metal Witch Association to become witches and witch cadets. I do actually want to see where Descos came from, because I don't think it was from this local area. I think she was scouted and or signed up and then went to the Metal Witch Association to learn. Let's see. I'll be sure you'll be using a lot going forward. Bartering is fine, but for today, let's try buying something with only money. Let's learn. Yeah. Okay. Aw, that's sweet. Though, admittedly, like, if... it's funny, though. Like, notably, I don't barter in stores, but my father instilled bartering essentially everywhere else. Like, almost, like, even on, like... For something, I don't know why I even did fully extended this earlier, but I did. So let me grab it. Come here. Come here. Come here. Jingle Bang. This Jingle Bang, I got it off of Etsy. It's supposed to be like $300. It was on sale for like $200, and then I bartered it down to $150. Or actually, was it this I bartered it down? I know one of the maybe it wasn't the Jingle Bang though. I think it was just on sale for like $165. But then I think because I had like a coupon or something, it came down to $150. But essentially, man, I be bartering anywhere and everywhere I can, man. I don't know what it is. I know what it is. It's my father literally vicariously possessing me and be like, don't pay all that money, boy. But outside of that, I say barter as much as you can when it's reasonable. I don't barter in stores, though. I just hold that. I do just generally hold that. Or try to, like, work around saving money in other ways. Sorry, Jingle Bang, I had to seal you back up, man. I don't know why I had you fully open. I'm going to hit you with something. Let's see. Or hit something with you. Let's see. Oh, look at them travel. Oh, is that a candy store? I see the lollipops. Let's see. No more clothes, please! Oh, poor he's traumatized. They haven't let him outside and have him doing nothing but trying on clothes. Oh, but it's so cute that Kamugi wants to dress him up. Let's see. Huh? But buying flowers? She's like, I could literally do that on my own without spending money. Why? Let's see. Huh? Does she run this herself? Hey, what? Oh, I guess she's like the strongest witch in the world. Maybe there are just people who buy stuff like this. Like, does she get royalties? The Descaros legend. Like, I remember we had seen this before, I think. Why that look for, though? Descaros doesn't even wear lipstick. And like, hey, her lips are not that full. Very interesting design for her. But interesting. Des, beautiful in body and heart. Des, living a life of love. They're both like, we know who that is. There's no way we're going to engage that. Let's see. Oh, can we get a hat with wings? And Ichi gets boots with wings. Oh, is this the same woman that gave him the super boots all the way, or he temporarily borrowed the super boots from all the way back when he first met Kamugi? If so, that's a nice callback. Ichi, are these not clothes? And why are your legs so long? What the heck? Let's see. And is that less than 1,000? But ooh, oh, interesting. Ah, because Kamugi, since she's the tracker, she wants to buy a unique pen. Let's see. I can't pick! Oh, there's too many options. Time break time. What I want and what I can afford aren't the same. Oh, Ichi, how I know that struggle. I wish I could say it gets easier when you're older. It's just not. It gets easier when you're rich, I'm assuming. But as you get older, and in fact, it gets harder. Because what you want is more. What you have is less. Let's see. What I want and what I can afford aren't the same. And there are way too many things to pick from. I can't decide. Yeah, well, we have plenty of time, so there's no need to rush to a decision. Still, which shops haven't we visited yet? So they did go for a while. Hey, Kamugi, What would you buy with this? Kabuki, do you get paid? Well, I guess not. She's a witch cadet, but like, I feel like Kabuki should get like at least a little bit of a budget. Maybe she should at least get paid out of the budget that Deskaros and Ichi get. Will Gokuraku get paid, or does he just get free room and board, like free repair? Like now I'm actually. Oh, do they all have paychecks? Let's see. What would you buy with this? What? Me? Yeah, you're experienced at shopping, right? What would you buy? Clothes, equipment. No, I'm kidding. I don't think they do. They have those? I don't think. Oh, well, we haven't seen one in this universe just yet. Let's see. Well, I need the advice. Tell me, please. It's just like, I don't know math. I can't read, or I can barely read, and my eyes are tired. Kabuki, please guide me. Let's see. If it were me, then I think. He's so eager. Let's see. We cut back to, oh, so I guess we aren't going to see what he bought just yet. Let's see. Oh, that stone-hearted Ice Queen. I told her I was sorry, but did she listen? No. Sticking out the first chance was the right answer. Sheesh. And like, you know what? I'll say this. I'm a relatively lazy guy. I'll be completely honest. And I know y'all gonna be like, Pencil Man, you post every day. What on earth are you talking about? But like, relatively lazy in different ways. Like, if I like doing YouTube, and YouTube is like fun for me, so I don't really consider it work or anything like that, or anything like tedious. Anything that feels like it'll take extra effort, I don't like doing. So I do admittedly relate to Deskaros in that aspect. Where if it's not most immediately pressing, then I typically just won't do it. I just won't. But I'll like designate things. Like, obviously work is the most pressing, and then content creation is the most pressing after that. And then everything else kind of falls by the way. Well, and then like health and fitness and food, obviously. But then everything else is kind of like, we ball. But then again, I've never tried to rob anybody. So that's a little different. Let's see. She was saying to lecture me straight through dawn. Straight through to dawn. I mean, Deskaros, you were robbing your son. Let's see. Hey, Deskaros! Is Pencil lagging? Pencil's not lagging. He's just tweaking. Let's see. Ah! No, I can't say more Deskaros. You're robbing him. Oh, it's just you. Don't scare me like that. You're really not afraid. But I mean, wives do fear wives. Let's see. I went shopping. You did, huh? Were you not listening earlier? Let's see. Oh. Natali Star Candies. Glitter. Oh, so yeah, that's the candy they saw earlier on this page. Interesting. So he ended up buying that. Let's see. Candy? That's a fancy choice coming from you. In fact, has Ichi ever even has he had dessert? Like what? Ichi, what have you eaten? I think about it, because he just grew up in the wild. I highly doubt you've baked before. Like, have you had candy or desserts or anything like that? Pastries? Let's see. That's a fancy choice coming from you. It was Kamugi. She gave me advice. If it were me, I think I'd buy a present for someone. Huh? A present? What's that? I assume he knows what a present is. Let's see. Oh, that's just my personal opinion, though. It can be hard to simply walk up to a person and tell them how you care about them. In that case, giving them a present can be a good excuse to maybe mention it offhandedly. Ah, he's just like a starting point of discussion. I get that. Though admittedly, I think younger me would have aligned with that more. Now I don't care. The amount, and notably, this isn't just for like people I know, but the amount of people I've just walked up to randomly on the street and been like, "Here, hold this compliment," and then walked away. It's an haunting talent of mine. And I say haunting mainly because like I'll see someone with something I want to compliment, I'll walk up to them, compliment them, and then walk away. I've almost never continued a conversation of anything, even if it's something unique. Like, typically, a thing I compliment a lot, mainly because my beard is kind of mid, I'll be seeing all kinds of immaculate beards. And obviously, if you couldn't tell, I can barely grow a mustache to save my life. So, like, whenever I see a good beard, or a good stash, or a good beard stash combo, heaven forbid, even a good goatee, I'm always walking up to the guy and being like, good biology, bro, Bochacho. You grew that very, very well. Or, like, one thing I've gotten almost in trouble for, I've complimented people of the female variety, or at least female presenting, then their boyfriends apparate out of nowhere. Like, you talking to my girl? I'm like, no! Please! I am not! But luckily enough, I am a big enough guy that after I explain myself, they've never tried to press me. Like, even, because admittedly, there's one guy, I ended up complimenting his girlfriend completely by accident, because I really liked her braids. But then the guy came over, was like, what you want? That guy was like 6'5", like, easy 260 straight pure muscle. He would have beasted on me. But I'm also like 6'1", 6'2", like visibly 200 plus. I weighed in today 225.5, but like 200 plus of mostly muscle. So like he knew, well, especially since I was clearly not going for it. I was like, game, please, not the time, not the place. He was like, I'll let you slide. But yeah, that's the thing. I'm much more free realm with complimenting and just praising people now, or even just communicating how I feel about them to them directly. Especially care-wise. Like, I don't know. Mainly because I think because the world's pretty negative recently. I always like to admit, hey, you matter. I like you. And I care about you. And I always try to check in on people who I haven't checked in on in a while. Speaking of, I have a few people I do need to check in on. But with that being the case, let's see. If there's someone you care about, but you're having trouble telling them, maybe you could think about spending this money on a present for them. Oh. Telling someone that I can't. Aw, so he got the candy for Deska. Ah, that's sweet. See, that's the thing. They're so sad. Oh, but let me stop. Descaras. Oh, I even wrote it out for her. You're always snacking on something, and these candies are glittery, like magic. That's why I bought them. It's only a little so far, but watching Gokuraku's family showed me what it's like. So, but see, that does, if he's using Gokuraku's base, that does sort of lead, he says family, so that could include the father, but that does lead into, like, the whole more sibling interpretation. And you like, I see, as much as I prefer the mother coding, I just don't know how old Escaros is, and apparently I don't know how old Ichi is. If the wiki doesn't say his age, maybe I just imagine the 15-year-old thing, but, with that being the case, maybe she's just going to be older sister coding, because that's the kind of bond that they're going for there. Because it literally, funnily enough, I literally kept telling myself on Patreon, pencil don't forget, pencil don't forget, pencil don't forget. I think it is very important that every major character so far, except for Uro, obviously, but every single human major character has a sibling. Descaros has a younger sibling in Libro, dead. At least presumed dead. Gokuraku has an older sibling in Richa, and now we have Komugi with an older sister in Speak of Harvest. The only main character, is our titular character, who apparently doesn't have a sibling. But remember the guy we saw from forever ago? I kind of thought that was Ichi's dad, just based on the hairstyle. Could be an older brother, for all we know, at the same time. Because we never got to see the guy's face, we never got any name on him, and he hasn't been mentioned since the Urawashi arc, which is now like over half a year ago. So I think it's I wouldn't be shocked if Ichi has a sibling. Considering every other major character has a sibling, I would not be shocked if Ichi is not the odd man out and just has a sibling he does not know about because of the conditions he was left in. And in fact, I really wouldn't be shocked if Ichi was some form of royalty and was outcast due to one reason or another, considering he was left with his family with the knife. And it was a pretty high quality knife he was left with, seemingly. So I would not be shocked if Ichi has a sibling up in high places that he just doesn't know about. Male or female, I really wouldn't be shocked. But let's see. So today, I'm going to say it directly. Descaros, you made me your family. Thank you. Oh, my heart. Oh, my heart. He's literally happy to be adopted. Oh, my heart. Oh, my heart. I'm so weak to stuff like this. I love family themed stories, dog. Oh, even Descaros is like, don't make me cry live on cam, bro. What? Let's see. Poor Toe, guys. Aha! There you are. I finally found you. I wasn't finished talking with you. Now listen. Here? Oh, she's immediately able to tell something's up with Descaros. Oh, is Descaros crying? Maybe. Let's see. Hold it. Okay, what happened? What's with that sappy look? Nothing. Did something good happen? You know, let's go get some drinks. What? Yes. I mean, mainly, I think it's because I don't drink as often. I'll admit, I'm a full-grown man. Full-grown man. So I do drink. But notably, I don't go out to bars. I don't drink at home. I think, funnily enough, the only time I drink is when I go on cruises. Because I'll get, like, a drink package. And then that's kind of like my fill. In between that, I don't really do it. I don't know why. It doesn't really do anything for me. But I think it's just because I don't like being inebriated. It doesn't do anything for me. I know a lot of people love being inebriated. Love it. Like, they do it every weekend, sometimes every night. And, like, if you can control yourself and you enjoy it, more power to you. But it just never did anything for me. Like, I don't know. I just yap more. Like I've seen footage of inebriated pencil, and it's just me yapping at a faster pace. And I'm barely intelligible at my normal pace. I don't think it's a good thing. And I loop a lot. Like, I do not like being inebriated. And the headache sucks. So I don't know. I don't get it. Let's see. You're paying? Is this a trick? Aw. So yeah, Jessica was just put in a good mood by her son bringing her a present. Oh, that's so sweet. Let's see. Oh. Oh, Komugi. You live like... Oh, I'm guessing this is the research office. I was about to say, Komugi, this is not your room, is it? Let's see. Oh, I wonder. Did Ichi give it to her like you... Did that candy cost 1,000? How much is Maji? Relatively. Let's see. Did Ichi give it to her like you wanted to? You should buy a present to tell someone you care. Boy, that was a presumptuous thing to say. I told him to do something I've never meant to do for myself. Okay, so yeah, I don't think... You know what? Based off that, and just how, like, every other sibling dynamic has been presented so far in Ichi the Witch, something tells me that Komugi may have been outcasted by her family, or may have just had high expectations placed on her because of Spica, but I don't think Spica was ever mean to Komugi. I think Spica just had maybe high expectations for her baby sister. And, like, notably, I admit, I had high expectations for my baby brother. I was like, you're gonna be better than me, kid. Whether you like it or not, you're going to be better than me in some way. And he's better than me in many other ways. He's much better at sports than I ever was. He's much better at music than I ever was. Because I did play piano when I was younger, and I played trombone for a little bit. But, no, he's just infinitely... He clears me. He diffs me in many different ways. And he diffs me in, like, certain stuff, too. Like, just games and stuff like that. Like, he's my better in many other ways, but I'm still also his better in many other ways. So, I think it's just sibling stuff. But I understand Komugi struggling with that. And, once again, I just don't know the plight of a younger sibling. I have, like, a loose abstraction of it, but notably, I conceptualize some of my older cousins as older siblings. But, it's not actually the case, and I never lived with any of them. It was just like, hey, cousin, you're my older sister, even though you're, like, literally twice my age. Let's see. And so, the day of the debut arrives. Name? Oh, and that's cool, they're all arriving through the mirrors. Let's see. Oh, Manga, which is, what voice do I give Spica? I'm assuming this is, yeah, this is Spica. Hold on. Hold on. I'm not gonna make her British, am I? Manga Witches Association, Inspections Department, Section 1, Chief. Spica Harvest. She's going to have this voice. It's not British, it's very high-pitched. Oh, and very breathy, I will admit. Spica Harvest. Now, where is Komugi hiding? I wonder. Did she lose an eye? What inspections? What were you inspecting that you lost an eye, huh? She's like suppressing her power with it or something. But oh yeah, Komugi's... So I don't know. It's a 50-50 shot on whether or not Komugi just feels like she doesn't live up to the expectations of her sister, or whether her sister's actually mean to her. I feel like in the flashback it was implied her sister was mean to her, but I'm not sure if that was actually Spica or if that was just other random girls that were with Komugi in that flashback, mocking her lack of aptitude with magic. I don't know. We'll see though. We'll see. But overall, it's been 52 minutes. W chapter. I've been here way too long. I'm sorry. As you can tell, I really like Ichi the Witch. I yap way too much about it. But W chapter. If you've been always seeing this video, leave harvest the wheat. Get it? Because Spica, the older Harvest sister, is here to harvest Komugi, because Komugi's name means wheat. Harvest the wheat in the comment section down below. And the things you're watching, please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure the notifications so you don't miss out on any music of the channel. Also, you even have a Patreon below, or you support me for as low as $1 a month. Things, exclusive videos, early content, and more. You'll also now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. So those perks include the live reactions, here this year's to review, and reactions of all my videos. And if you become a $12 Patreon or $12 member, you can order whatever video you want. Also, a link to my co-finance section down below. You can drop 5 means a short video, 29 means a long video, or any means at all. Any support is always greatly appreciated. And I'd like to thank you so much for watching. Once again, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is that guy with the pencil, writing off. I would like to give a thank you to our sketch tier members: Eternal Flame, Red Wolf 4765, Astro, Glacier XZ, Zera, Brandon Payne, J2MA, Guillaume, Buddha Uda, Alex Kenny, Enzo, Plant Crone, G Prosper, Swift Strike, Striker Man, and Autumn Mornings Lazo, Cree Panem, Super Flame Zero, Yuki Ally, and Azo2404. Then, I'd like to give a thank you to our line art tier patrons: Sean, Midnight Lord 21, Kevin Encarnacion, Dread Zoan, A+A, and Victor Raji. And then, I'd like to give a thank you to our Ink tier members: Austin Wimberly, Euchia, and Shrimpo the Shrimp. With a long, juicy, thick, hefty thank you to our digital art tier members: J Warrior and AZ Void. And I'd like to give a thank you to our colored art tier patrons: Joaquin Munoz and Joaquin Munoz. With a final gargantuan, legendary, super grundeliumptious thank you to our glorious, legendary, handsome, Kashimo Glazing King, Calvin Elder.